It's official, the Impact Grand Championship is dead. Alexis Carrillo here, back with some more wrestling talk content on the Alexis Carrillo brand YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any wrestling talk content in the future. And the big news coming out of this morning's Impact Wrestling Slammiversary Press Conference in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, is the fact that Austin Aries has decided to unify. He has decided to merge the Impact World Championship and the Impact Grand Championship to create one big title. The most prestigious title in Impact Wrestling, called the Impact Undisputed Championship, a prize which will be defended at Slammiversary come July 22nd in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Why are these great news? Why do I consider these to be good news? Because certainly when something dies or when something goes away, it's usually met with a lot of sadness, it's usually met with a lot of doubt, but not to me, simply because the Grand Championship, ever since its inception, and most of all, about 6 months to a year ago, hasn't been that important to Impact Wrestling storylines and to Impact Wrestling lore. And like I said in a video in the past, establishing a mid-card championship for Impact Wrestling has been its major crutch over its inception, over its history, and they could just never do this with the Grand Championship because they never fully committed to the idea of the rounds, and they never fully committed to having the Grand Championship be the mid-card title and having it be the stepping stone to the main event. And, you know, if you want to hear my reasons as to why I consider the X Division Championship should be the mid-card title, of Impact Wrestling, you could check it out right now on my YouTube channel. It's one of the most recent videos, but, you know, I could pretty much sum it all up in the fact that the Grand Championship was never really that important. The X Division is something that the fans have wanted to be in the spotlight, and now, seeing as the Grand Championship has now been merged into the World Championship, the X Division title is de facto the mid-card title of Impact Wrestling. And this is something I not only see from these news, but I also see it from the fact that Brian Cage is the next challenger to the Impact Wrestling X Division Championship. And if I had to bet, if I was a betting man, I would assume that Brian Cage would be the next X Division champion. And being as he is undefeated, I don't think they're going to have him lose the X Division title and his undefeated streak at the exact same time. So they might pull up Bill Goldberg and have the X Division champion, Brian Cage, I should say, Brian Cage challenge whoever the Impact Undisputed Champion is at a future date, thus elevating Brian Cage into the main event. But that's just speculation on my part. That might not be true. For all I know, they might have a brand new idea to introduce a mid-card title at Slammiversary or after Slammiversary, so we're just going to have to wait and see. But right now, the Grand Championship being erased, being dealt with and put in the closet, in the storage facility, I think it's a smart move by Impact Wrestling. And now, for me at least, all they have to do right now is put more focus on the X Division and the X Division Championship. But, you know, those are my thoughts. That's my take on these particular news. What are your thoughts? Did you want the Grand Championship to be the mid-card title? Did you want the Grand Championship to go away? Or do you think that it was a great idea that the Grand Championship and the World Championship have finally been merged? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's it for me. Till next time.